Johnathan, we had Deuce on, and him and I were talking about it, that, Mississippi guy from East Marion High School in Mississippi, and he go to Georgia and Jones Community College, and then, man, those last 2 seasons at Mississippi State, kind of a tilt-the-field type player defensively. But it's not worked with you with the Raiders. What was the big kind of catch with you here with the Saints? Who was the biggest recruiter for you here to get you to sign with New Orleans? Because I know you had other teams that were interested.
The biggest thing is, just looking at how, they plan to, how we talked about them utilizing me and things like that of that nature. Joining such a dynamic, defense already, with guys like Cam Jordan, got Khalil, I don't want to say his name wrong. We just signed from Sanders from Kansas City.
Okay, Colin Sanders.
Tyrant, Colin Sanders.
Demario Davis.
Demario Davis at linebacker. In the secondary, you got Marshawn Lattimore, one of the top corners of the league. Tyrann Mathieu was at an all-time high throughout his entire career. Marcus May, the list goes on and on.
What was the vision they gave to you on how they're going to use you with the team?
Pretty much, how the Raiders, initially started playing me this past season. So, moving me around, keeping me around down the box, kind of like a Swiss Army knife, playing a good role on special teams and things of that nature.
Johnathan, I wanted you to say, how did you handle, because there's a lot of adversity. You got to be mentally tough as a player. Just look at last year. You remained with the Raiders the first 8 games, and then you got waived. Then you went to the Packers. They pick you up for 2 or 3 games. And then 2 of the games you're inactive. Then you go with the Seahawks for the final 6 games. How did you handle all that? Because you had to feel like a mercenary. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just go wherever they tell me to go, and I'm going to try and contribute. But that had to be hard considering that's all in one season, being with 3 different teams. I don't really take it personal, more so, like you say, I just try to figure out how I can help contribute, because it's not really about me. It's about helping the team win, no matter what team that is, And the goal is to win a Super Bowl no matter where I'm at, who I'm playing for. So, trying to just do my small part in such a big role as, because it's a team sport, It takes 11 players on each side of the ball at all times to contribute and do their part to make sure, things turn out how we want them to. So as far as handling the adversity, I don't really think it was adversity, it was just more so me. The biggest adversity was just me moving, from home to home, As far as, trying to figure out how I fit in on each team and, what I can contribute and what I can help bring to a team, that never changed. Like I said, simply just trying to do my job and just do the best I can and just being who I can be, making the guys around me better.
Johnathan, growing up in Mississippi, come on, you had to be a Saints fan. Most Mississippi people, they got a few of them in maybe North Mississippi, they Titans fans, but you had to be a big Saints fan growing up in Mississippi.
Oh, of course. We didn't have a team, so, coming down to New Orleans, just a skip away. So we got to come down and see a lot of games growing up. So, I was always, because it feels like I'm playing for the home team, and I have a lot of family from Louisiana as well.
Now, Abram, what about look at your relationship with your future teammates? They are now your teammates. Tyrann Mathieu or like a Marcus May. Have you talked to any of them as far as, or any of the whole secondary? How's your interaction been so far with the Saints, and whether it be with coaches or players?
It's been nothing but positive, nothing but love, I knew those guys kind of before I got here. Tyrann's already reached out to me. So, I look forward to, getting to know these guys and spending time with them, the coaches as well, just building a relationship and going from there.
Johnathan, I was telling Bob a little bit about your bio, that you played some quarterback at East Marion, and you ran some Wildcat when you were at Jones Community College. His first comment to me is, man, I know one thing, Johnathan Abram got to be smart. You can't be a dumb guy and play quarterback. So that was his first comment to me. But your high school career sort of mimics a little bit of Bob's, that you guys played both quarterback and safety.
Yeah, it was fun, I miss playing quarterback, it's kind of, what drew me towards football. Had a big impact, touching the ball every play, trying to get back to that, trying to get back to touching the ball in the league a lot more.
You were a really good prep baseball player too, correct?
Yes, sir.
That skill set, because, man, I look a lot of times, the really good safeties in this league, they have a baseball background. Johnathan, did Derek Carr play a role in recruiting you to the Saints?
Of course, he's a great guy. He's a great teammate. I love being around him, and I look forward to being around him and building more, off the relationship that we already have. So, of course.
Now, Johnathan, it just caught my attention. You had to be a teammate of his at Mississippi State. How about J.T. Gray and what he's done in the National Football League? All-pro, special teams player. So you got to be excited to hooking up with J.T. Gray again, considering how he's parlayed his career. And let me tell you, we had a stud in Chris Banjo from SMU. And then I remember doing the radio, like, man, why are we getting rid of Chris Banjo? And he goes to the Cardinals. He does outstanding. And then it was like, not only an A in Chris Banjo, but then we got an A+ in J.T. Gray. So what is your relationship with J.T. Gray? Because I know he'll be on you and get with you and say, hey, I know we got to be dominant as a special teams unit.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, JT's my guy. I look forward to, getting back with him and, spending time and, going out there competing with him, trying to make some plays, seeing if I can, I'll compete him on special teams, try to take a couple plays from him, put on my own plate, but, JT's not going to make that easy, and I know he's going to be the ultimate competitor, and I look forward to it. He's only going to make me better.
Johnathan, what stands out so much about you, your aggressive play out on the field, and you can run. You can run the field, sideline to sideline, and certainly up the field. The blitz part, we saw a little bit of it certainly at Mississippi State, especially in 2018 where they had you coming off the edge. I think you had maybe 3 sacks that particular year. Is that something that you really like to do, is maybe get involved more, a little bit more as a blitzer coming off the edge?
Of course. Sometimes, I feel like God should have made me to be about 6'6", 280 so I could be a pass rusher. I feel like, they have the best job in football, They get to prey upon guys, going backwards, and, they get to use strength, speed, and they know where the ball is at when the guy's back is turned. So, it's a fun job.
Now, Johnathan, what gives you the most satisfaction? Because, as a player, you remember every big play that you make. Is it like a fumble recovery or is it interception? But what comes into play? You can have a significant pass breakup, or you get a tackle for a loss, then you hooping and hollering and all that. So what really?
Scoring a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
No matter how you do it.
Like scoop and score a pick six or something?
Pick six, scoop and score, sack, fumble. No matter how you get it, scoring a touchdown is the ultimate feeling. I think that's why a lot of guys choose to play offense.